then next comes Wonho and Hyungwon, and they were bringing sexy back.
I'm bringing sexy back. Yeah. Them other boys don't know how to act. Yeah. I think it's special only when you're back.
And yeah, the handsome faces, and I think especially Hyungwon needs to stop thinking that all he is the handsome face and he has no talent, because that boo can dance. Jesus Christ, he can move. So when they came and they performed Sexy Bad, at first when I looked at their clothes, I'm like, I'm not really feeling this clothes. It's not sexy. If that was what you were looking for, kind of looks like one of those clothes that a chaebol will wear. And then they performed, and goodness gracious, I'm gonna show you what I mean. Just look at Hyungwon's leg movements and how he moves when he dances. It's like boyfriend was born to dance. Okay, I remember saying this before, like how he moves effortlessly and all, like, oh my goodness, he moved so well. I loved his dancing, and I'm like, oh my goodness, and he thinks he's talentless. Boo, you can dance. Okay, you might need to like scrub some edges and polish some pads, but it's almost like you were born to dance. He moves so effortlessly. So when he won, that was not surprising, because to me he overshadowed Wonho. So I had no problem with him winning, and I definitely agreed with that. Okay. Okay. So Yusu and Minhyun, okay? Oh Lord Jesus Christ. Okay, Minhyun and Yusu, we all know especially Minhyun can't stand Yusu, and so when they put them together, I thought it was beautiful, because I love when they do such. That's like I said, I loved when they did that for Kihyun and Shonu, because it's forces you to work together. And sincerely, if you're gonna be in a team at the end of the day, then you shouldn't hate each other. That's what causes people to get out of the group and sue their company and say, I want to leave this group because I'm not getting along with the members, and I don't like the members, and I don't like how they're treating me. Okay, so I really like how they put them together, because it will help at least them take the step towards touching up their relationship and making their relationship better, which at the end of the day we saw happen. But when they started, and this Minhyun was looking out for himself, and Yusu realized that he was looking out for himself, so Yusu also was looking out for himself. I was just laughing. I'm like, I feel like I'm watching the Braxton Family Values or something like that right now. It was just so hilarious. But finally they chose a good song, and then they went and they performed. And so when they performed the song, it was really good, like really good. And I like that they chose this song, because it was so funny, because when they were choosing songs, Minhyun was like, why don't no that was Shonu and his American songs. Shonu, I think Minhyun has a love for YG. He's in hiding, but I think that boy wanted to audition for YG and he wasn't chosen or something, because he wanted to do Akdong musician. It's kind of like Shonu and his love for American songs, because Shonu wanted to do an American song, which he got at the end of the day. But it's like, dude, I don't really think this fits you. You need to stick to what fits you. And there's something Papa YG always says on like K-pop star. YG songs are one of the hardest to like remake or sing a cover of or just sing, because it's like 2NE1. Dara has this kind of voice that it's hard to sing her parts. It's not really easy to sing Dara's parts because of how Dara's voice is really fragile. Okay, so when he's like, he wants to sing a YG song, I'm like, no, you need to stay 20 feet away from Akdong music. Okay, you need to stay 20 feet away from Akmu. I ain't playing with you. Like, we ain't gonna have a come back home part 2. Okay, I'm done with that one. And then he came and they performed, and it was actually a really good performance. And I love that they chose a Korean song. That was what I was praying for. And they chose a song that actually fit both of them, and I could hear the color in Yusu's voice, and I could actually, for the first time, I actually saw what everyone was talking about, that Minkyun actually has a good voice, and his voice is actually beautiful when he's not singing Come Back Home. When he's not singing Come Back Home. So his voice is actually beautiful and stuff. But when they chose who was gonna go and they chose Yusu was going down, I'm like, what? Okay, I'm gonna be cool. Deborah, let's take it easy. Minkyun also did a good job. It's all good. Let's relax. And then they announced who was going to be eliminated. They eliminated Yusu. And literally, this was how I was when they announced, because I really didn't know who was gonna be eliminated, but I knew for sure Shonu and Gon were not gonna be eliminated, like especially like for the rappers. But yeah, I was praying that Shonu doesn't get eliminated, and especially Gon, when the rappers were being announced who was gonna be eliminated, I was praying Gon doesn't get eliminated. But I also didn't want Kwang Ji to be eliminated because he's so nice and he's so sweet and stuff. But when it was the vocalist turn, I'm like, oh my goodness, it's not gonna be Yusu, right? Like, my mind didn't even go to Yusu. And when they said Yusu, this was basically, I couldn't believe it. It was like a dream. Like, what the heck is happening here? How the heck did this happen? What were you thinking? How did this happen? I don't even know what else to say. It makes no sense to me that they eliminated Yusu and they left a person like Minkyun in the game. Seriously? When they eliminated Yusu, I'm like, well, Yusu is amongst the top 3 vocalists. How? What the heck were you thinking? How the heck did this happen? Like, I was so mad, and I just couldn't understand the judges' reasoning. It's like the previous week when Minkyun was not last, and then this week they just had to go do it again and then kick out Yusu, and I'm like, seriously, what the heck were you thinking? That boy has one of the best voices. You just lost one of your best vocalists. It's kind of like how I felt with iKON when Hyunsuk and Jinsuk were eliminated. And I'm like, what the heck were you thinking? Like, how the heck did you make this decision? It makes no sense to me. Like, I'm sorry, if it makes sense to you, then please explain to me how Yusu was eliminated, because it makes zero sense to me and I am very mad about it. I do not understand it, and I felt the decision was extremely biased, and it just felt like there was something K-Will said. I can't remember. It's something like, I don't want to see that guy's face when they were choosing the people that were gonna stay and the people that were gonna go. And I'm like, well, you don't just get to choose because you don't want to see his face. Like, you don't walk that way. I love you, K-Will, by the way, but yeah, I'm like, you just don't get to choose that way just because you don't want to see his face or something. There was something, I think, along that lines that he said. It just kind of got to me, but I felt like the judges were really wrong in their decision this week. I don't know how that happened. As much as it hurts, I can understand Kwang Ji being eliminated, because sincerely, amongst all the rappers, he really didn't bring it that much, but he really did also bring it, because I remember when he started rapping, I was eating and I stopped and I'm like, my spoon was, I was eating and my spoon was like basically like this, and I stopped and I was just listening to Kwang Ji, and then I remember what the heck was going on, and then I put my fork down and then I continued eating. So like, to an extent, I understand Kwang Ji being eliminated, and to an extent, I really don't understand Kwang Ji being eliminated. But considering everything, I really wouldn't mind. I really don't mind that he's the one that got eliminated, because I felt the others have more of a talent and all than him. Not that he isn't talented, but they've shown me more than he has shown me. Okay, let's put it that way. He has shown me more than they have shown me more than he has shown me. So I was kind of okay with him being eliminated, and I was kind of not okay with him being eliminated. But when Yusu got eliminated, that has to be one of the wrongest decisions they have ever made. Like, that decision and Minkyun not getting last are the two biggest mistakes in the judges' lives that they've ever made. Okay, I just didn't understand that decision. I am sorry if you understand, but I was so hot, and I'm still hot, because you all know that Yusu is one of my boos, and I just don't understand it. Okay, I can't understand it. I just don't understand how he was eliminated. It makes no sense to me. I'm sorry if it makes sense to you. Help me out, but it makes no sense to me. Help me understand why he was eliminated, because I don't understand why the heck he was eliminated. Okay, one thing that really shocked me though is that they could go back to their dorm and pack, and they hadn't already like all packed their bags. Because I'm like, if this was YG, shoot, immediately they told you you're eliminated, you're entering the car and getting out of that place. Okay, because you all packed your bags ready for whoever gets eliminated, so you know that this is all or nothing, and you give your all. But when you still have your bags there, you're not really gonna really feel like I need to give my all, because I still have hope. After all, my things are still at home. So I was kind of shocked when him and Kwangji came back to pack, and it makes the separation with the people that they've established relationships with even harder, because they're gonna see them again in the dorm, and the people are gonna feel even more guilty, and the whole apologies are gonna happen again, and they're all gonna start crying again, and we're all gonna feel sad again, and we're all gonna start crying again. And I'm like, seriously, y'all gonna put us through this heartbreak again? But I like that happened, in that I got to see another side of Jooheon, because there were two things he did. Number one, when Kwangji got eliminated, when he came in, the first thing Jooheon did was he came and he put his hand on him, and he didn't fully kneel down, but he squatted. It's like that whole physical behavior of his, that whole act that he did, it was like, oh my goodness. Like, I feel so bad about this. I feel bad for you. This has hit me so bad, and like, so I really loved how Jooheon acted towards him. You could really feel that he hit him, and it showed that he was actually he's not a heartless person, and he sincerely does care about these people. So I really was happy that they showed that part, because that thing hit me when he just came down. I think that was when it really hit me that Kwangji was really leaving the show and stuff. And then the next part, when they were home and he went to go hang out with Yusu, and he was trying to make him feel better even though he was leaving. And there's something that I have to give Kwangji respect for. So yeah, Jooheon definitely earned my respect and all. And then Kwangji also earned my respect, in that boy didn't just give up and say, okay, this is it, like, I'm done, this is the end of my future, I can't do nothing anymore, etc. Instead, he said, this is not the end of it. Yo, this is just the beginning. I'm gonna be a star, I'm gonna make it. And he told San-E, remember me, because we're gonna meet at the top. And that there is the spirit, and I just loved that spirit, even though it was really sad to see him go. But I really love that determination in him, and I really pray that that doesn't die and stuff. I just have to give mad props and respect to Gon and Jooheon, because you'd expect them to be, actually, when everyone was like, oh, Shonu and Kihyun's competition or performance was what they were looking for, I'm like, y'all are the longest thing, because once I want to see Gon and Jooheon, that's gonna be fire right there. That's crazy, those two together. But they handled it so well, and they didn't let that affect their friendship, and they were still friends, and they just did it, and they really actually tried to see, okay, what's gonna work out for us and all. Even though at the end of the day, at the performance, I'm like, Gone, seriously, what went wrong? How are you not rap? Like, are you rapping? Because I'm lost. Like, where's the gun I met in the previous episode? Like, what happened to him? How did this go so wrong and stuff? But I really have to give their team mad respect for being able to hold it together and not let like jealousy pull them down. And if there's one thing that the whole trainees should have learned from this, is selfishness doesn't help. Selfishness, especially Shonu and Kihyun, selfishness does not take you anywhere. If you have a bad relationship with someone and you have to do a teamwork together, put your relationships and your dark past behind you and try to make it work. Okay, don't try to just look out for yourself and be like, I ain't got time for you. Shoot, forget that, I'm on my own, you be on your own too. This, after all, is every man for himself. No, that's not how it should be. So I really Gon and Jihon are really great examples for that, and I really have to give them mad props for that. I also loved the little shout out that Gon did to Mino, and when they're talking about MT and you're like, are you trying to promote your cousin's song? I'm like, you know he is. I was just freaking out because, and he's like, oh, I really wanted to shoot with you, but I see you're really busy, and I started screaming, and I'm like, oh my freaking goodness, I would have loved to see you both together, and I really hope before the end of all this it happens. But I think they shoot this before they start showing it. I don't know if it's the way K-drama works, because K-dramas, they shoot it at the same time and then they air it the next day or something. But I really want to see Mino and Gon together, so that I was just freaking out, and I'm like, oh my freaking goodness, this would be a dream right here. But yeah, you could definitely see that the judges were biased towards certain people, and that is something that I definitely do not like, and I didn't like with this week and even the previous weeks. And I really hope they can bring new, not all the judges should be changed. Keep San-E and keep Hyori and keep Soyu. I really loved Soyu this week, okay? But the certain parts that I feel they're really biased, especially K-Will. I love K-Will's comments most of the time, but I have to admit that he is biased, especially towards Kihyun. K-Will is really biased towards Kihyun, and I love me Kihyun, but I feel that's limiting other people's like chances. Like I said, in this performance, I didn't feel Kihyun deserved what he got. He didn't deserve it. Other people deserved it that did better than him, but they gave him because they knew his ability and they knew what he could bring to the table, and I felt that wasn't fair. So that's kind of how I feel K-Will is biased, but I hope that changes. I pray that changes with time. Yusu, I really do wish you the best. Boo, if you join another company, I will definitely support you. Definitely support you. Kwanji, I got your back, okay? And Gon, if they ever do make the mistake of eliminating you, you just go to YG. I'ma call Papa YG for you. I wish. Shoot, I'ma call Papa YG for myself. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. Okay. Anyway, yeah, this week was pretty interesting, but I felt there was some unfairness that I really did not like. But I kind of didn't like how the episode or the mission was about them going against each other, because I felt that would kind of bring them apart. But it also, looking at it, like I said, from another perspective, it also should have been able to teach them how to be professionals and put all their selfishness and etc aside and try to work with someone that you don't work with, because there will be situations in life where you'll be faced with situations that you don't like, but you need to learn how to handle them to be able to move past that. So I really didn't like it, but I also liked the lessons they were trying to teach them. And at the end of the day, we saw certain people learn, because we saw Min Cheon finally opening up to Yusu that he actually could not absolutely stand at all, and we saw Kihyun actually sincerely feeling bad for Shonu, and I think it's kind of did something to their relationship a little bit and stuff. So yeah, that was really interesting to see. But I'm so happy that the next episode is gonna be an actual teamwork, so they actually work as a team and stuff, and you're not pitting people against each other and stuff. But yeah, this week's episode was kind of emotional, but I mostly agreed with the judge's decision. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Don't forget to give this video a like, don't forget to share, subscribe, and keep being the awesome beautiful people you are. From me to you, you know I've got some love for you.
I'm just different. 착한 남잔 되지 못해 난.